Hey, what's happening? One SirJames coming at you guys with another video. I just got back from Disneyland today, but you guys probably won't be seeing this video until early Saturday morning. But anyways, I do apologize for not uploading any videos the last few days, but today's haul video, which I believe marks this one as haul number 5, should hopefully make up for it because there's some items here that you guys have been requesting, wanting to see for quite a long time now. Items which have been sold out and not in stock for quite some time, I now have in my hands with a couple extras here and there and some surprises. So let's go ahead and start with the smaller items first, such as this one here. This is actually an item that I picked up in the Droid Depot, and this is the Droid Restraining Bolts, which retails for the price tag of $10. So as you can see, it has a lot of really good detailing in here. So really cool and very affordable. Do keep in mind that in terms of the quality of this is basically all plastic, which is why it's super inexpensive. If it was metal, then I'm pretty sure this would have been around $20, $25. But again, it's only $10. I think it's really cool and neat. So feel free to put it on any type of metal surface, your dishwasher or your computer, whatever the case may be. The next item here is a popular one. And when I was there today, or as I record this video I should say, is they only had a few of these left. I think maybe 12 or 15 were left in stock. And that is of course the dice. More specifically the lucky dice that Han Solo uses to win the Millennium Falcon. But this is the one in terms of what it looks like that is sold inside the park. Now I will say this, the chain is pretty much straightforward, but the dice here are like heavy duty, like really good quality, like to the point where I wish the chance cubes that they sold, I wish they were made with this kind of quality. But anyways, this does retail for $12.99 if you are curious. Again, not too much left that were in stock, just want to kind of give you the heads up. And which, by the way, I know someone's going to ask me, no, there was no crystals in stock of the different colors. You had to buy a holocron to get the crystals, basically the whole shortage issue. And also, too, Sabak was out of stock. Chance cubes were still out of stock. And that one chessboard with the other game, I forget what it's called, that one was also out of stock. Just giving you a little FYI. Now the next item is one that I showcased on this channel before, but I never got the chance to actually review it or open it because it was going out to someone else and it was a food related item, and that is the Jedi food capsules. So this one here is actually mine that I will open up to showcase to you really quick. But on the bottom of the packaging, because I had already pre-opened this, is that you do get a nice big bag of candy. And not only do you get a big bag of candy, but you also get a total of 6 storage capsules, which you could see in the front here. And this item does retail for the price tag of $20, but again, I do get 20% off with my annual pass holder membership. Just to showcase one of them, this is basically how the cylinders look with the different colors. Again, it just kind of goes onto your belts. You basically have, chrome, a darker version of gray, gold, and 2 bronze-looking colors. So the way it works is that you twist this open, and you got your candy inside, and then you just go ahead and grab what you want. Munch on that. And, ooh, I forgot that was the lemon one, so that was the sour one. But it is sour candy, by the way. And, ooh, man, that lemon one. It was a big one. It was a strong one. But candy's good nonetheless. Put this over here. And the next one I'm going to go over is one that I got in the mail, actually. I actually did a trade with someone because someone eventually reached out to me and stated that she had an extra Ahsoka Tano Kyber crystal, and she wanted one of my extra Darth Vader crystals. So we just did a initial trade. Kyber crystal for a Kyber crystal, so I was able to get one towards my collection, and she was able to get one towards her collection. So in here, I now have Ahsoka, and I figured I'll demonstrate a couple lines from her.
The crystal is the heart of the lightsaber, and the lightsaber, an extension of your will. A Jedi's life is dangerous, and the lightsaber, often the difference between life and death.
And we'll do one more.
Anakin Skywalker was my master. I thought he died at the end of the Clone Wars, but his true fate was far worse. He'd been consumed by the dark side.
So yep, I finally have Ahsoka Tano. And I have to say, she actually has a lot of lines in the Kyber crystals, which I'm going to have to do a revisit to my original review, so that way you guys can get a more up-to-date with all the characters that I have thus far. Next item is inside this brown box. Now, for those of you who don't know, is that I know it's strange after all this time and how many times I've gone, but I've actually went to the Cantina for the very first time today. And I have to say the Cantina is nicely themed. The music is good with DJ Rex rocking the tunes. I was actually not too far off from him, which was pretty cool. So I got to get a good perspective of it nonetheless. And I was a little bit disappointed because there's a couple items that I really wanted, a particular drink that I wanted to try, and a product that I wanted to buy. The drink that I wanted to try out was the Carbon Freeze, and they didn't have any for some reason. Some people say that because they didn't have any dry ice that they use for it. And then, of course, the other one is the Beer Flight. I personally don't drink any alcohol. I just choose not to. It has nothing to do with religion or health or anything like that. Just my personal choice. But I really wanted the Beer Flight because I think it would just be kind of cool to have. But unfortunately, that was out of stock. So I ended up buying this, which I was trying to get it with like maybe a non-alcoholic drink, but they couldn't do that. So I was like, okay, well, I just want to buy the cup regardless. So, you know, it was going to be at the same price even if there was or wasn't a drink in it. But just to have something. And after seeing it for a while, I was like, you know what? I do want it. And that is, of course, this mug right here, which has the whole Battle of Endor on there. I forget what the drink is called. It's on the menu, but if you buy the drink, of course, you'll have it with the mug. And then I believe they bring you a fresh mug in a box so you could take home with you. But this one's cool. I don't remember how much this was. I think this was $42. But this is heavy, and it is, or I mean, it's not like to the point where it's super fragile or anything. But if you were to drop this, this will shatter into pieces. But again, I just wanted to kind of have that because they didn't have the Beer Flight. And the drink that I had was the, which drink did I try? Oh, since they didn't have Carbon Freeze, I tried the Hyperdrive Punch It, which is basically Gatorade with a few other ingredients added to it, which was pretty good. It was mostly Gatorade or Powerade, whichever version of it. They kind of taste the same to me anyways. But it wasn't until like the middle of the drink when I started getting all that extra flavor in. But it was a good drink nonetheless. Again, it's non-alcohol, and it's great for anyone that doesn't want to drink alcohol or something for the kids. All right, now we're getting into the big ticket items here. So let's go ahead and start with the first one, the first mystery item. And it is this one right here. This is an, oh boy. I am terrible when it comes to pronouncing words. I have no idea how to pronounce this. I'm going to give it a shot. Please don't get mad. Again, I suck at pronouncing words. So let's see the Brada, Donlos, and Freya Rhodamos statues. Feel free to, let me know if I was close or like way off. But these are two decorative figures with light effects, which we've seen in Chancellor Palpatine's office, or more specifically in the hallway leading to his office. He actually has 4 statues, which there is a total of 4 to collect, and they come in a pack of 2. So there's this one, and there was another one. The only reason why I didn't get the second set is because my budget, is a little bit on the tight side, and I do plan on going back on the 11th because my friend is going to be going there, and I might do some extra things, so I might need those extra funds. Plus, I'm getting the remaining 8 pieces of scrap metal that I need courtesy of a couple people helping me out. So that's why I only got one set, because for one, I don't know how effective the light up feature is, which for those of you who don't know, the light up feature is actually the base. This does light up, which has my interest even more because the statues look cool, but with the added light up effects, that makes it even cooler in my book. So hopefully these look really good. But if it does, then I will get the other set. If it doesn't, then I just think I'll stick with the one. So that's why I chose the one that I like most. So there's the back if you wanted to see that. On this item here, if I remember correctly, yep, it is $80. And I ended up getting $20 off with my pass holder. Now this item here, even though I did state that I wasn't picking up anything for anyone for today's trip, there was only one exception that I made just so we have some cool stuff to share for review, is this one. This is the Syndulla family Kella Quarry. And this is an item that I have been personally interested in for a while now. We've seen this actually utilized in a few episodes during Star Wars Rebels, and this really means a whole lot to Hera, and we've seen, you know, what she's willing to do in order to get this back. And but yeah, just kind of the meaning behind it I thought was really sweet. But we will definitely be checking this out soon enough. Now on to Legacy Sabers. We're going to go ahead and start with Mace Windu. Now, again, this is not the full review. I'm going to take it out just to kind of give you guys the teaser of it. But for Mace Windu, by the way, this one was in stock, then it was out of stock and came back. So this one's been kind of going back and forth when it comes to its stocking. And unfortunately, the only downside is that since this one returned along with a few others, this also got a price increase. This used to be $110, but it's now $130, which is not okay in my book. That's an extra $20 you got to spend. And plus, if you want a blade, you're going to have to spend $45 to $50 depending on what length of the blade you want. Well, let's go ahead and open this up just to kind of give you guys the little teaser here, just a quick look, if you will. So this one's very shiny. Go ahead and spin this around. And for those of you wondering, is there any engravings on here? The answer is no. I think the only engraving you're going to get is maybe like a really good replica or just like the original that Samuel L. Jackson has. So that is Legacy Saber number 1. The Legacy Saber number 2 will be Darth Vader. So last time I've seen Darth Vader was actually on June 8th during my reservation period. That's the last time that I've seen the saber in stock. So it's been a really long time. Now this one also got a price increase. This was $110. It is now $130. However, even though I hate the price increase, I have to say, man, oh man, this saber is just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, go ahead and give you guys, again, just a little bit of a teaser, a little bit of a look here. I'm not going to talk too much about it. Maybe just, again, just a really cool saber. I mean, if you can get a Darth Vader saber, I'm just saying it's probably worth it. But there's that one. I get exposed wires too. I'm kind of curious though, because I know sometimes the Disney security is a bit picky. So if you were to buy this and wear this in the park, will security give you flack for the exposed wires here? That I'm kind of curious about. So if anyone has ever bought the Darth Vader Legacy Saber and you were able to bring it back in Disney, let me know if you've ever had issues with security. Actually, speaking of security, last time I mentioned that I thought I was going to have an issue with my belt for whatever reason. because someone else did as well, but this time I didn't have any issues with the belt, so that's good. It just must have been that weird, awkward day, which I think for Disney security, it's like, it's kind of 50-50. So there's like 50% chance that everything's going to go fine. And then like the next time you go around, it's like, it's completely different now. But again, no issues this time around. So nothing bad to report there. Why am I opening this? Next up is this one here, which, I mean, this is going to be like one of those ones that are like a pain in the butt. No matter how I say it, there's always going to be someone upset at me. So this is the Anakin saber, or Rey's saber, or Luke's saber, all the above. But if we're talking about realistically, then technically it's, I think, Anakin saber first, since he made it. But anyways, let's go ahead and open this up. And if I were to say, you know who's saber, then people are going to be like, what, Lord of Voldemort? And this one, again, a very beautiful saber as well. So there you guys go. Okay, I almost dropped the box here. So all that extra detail going on here. Now this one, by the way, the last time that I've seen this one was also on June 8th. And this also got a price increase, was $110 and is now $130. So technically, if you were to add these three up, technically you're spending $60 more than what it would have originally cost you if it was at the same price. Alright, so that takes care of the statues, the sabers, the holocron mugs, and small items. Now let's go ahead and get to one last item. This item here is not an item from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. This is an item that Chris originally reached out to me about, or not specifically this item, but he was at San Diego Comic-Con this year, which I've never been to San Diego Comic-Con, so maybe one of these days I'll get the chance to go, and who knows what kind of haul that I'll have on that one. I'm afraid to even find out. But anyways, he was there and reached out to me, and he asked, hey, was there anything at San Diego Comic-Con that I really wanted? And I was looking, and then I stumbled upon Hot Toys, and Hot Toys had an exclusive Sith Trooper being sold there, and I was like, oh, any chance you could nab me a Sith Trooper while you're there, or if it was a possibility. And that is what's inside of this packaging. And speaking of Chris also, he was the one that was there on Sunday and picked me up these three Legacy Sabers, because I was worried that these were going to be gone before I got to go today, and thankfully they were in stock. The only ones that were out of stock was the Luke Return of the Jedi, Temple Guard, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka Tano. Those were the only four that were not currently available at this point in time. But let's go ahead and open this one up, because out of everything here, honestly, I'm really, really excited about this one. Ever since he sent me the photo that he managed to grab it, I just been so stoked that I just could not wait. So let's go ahead and open this up. Carefully. And yes, this is an item that I am going to open up. This is not something that's going to be resold, or at least sold anytime soon. It might be years from now, who knows, but oh man, I'm so excited. Dude, it's the Sith Trooper San Diego Comic-Con version. Now, the Sith Trooper will be coming out in a standard release on Hot Toys' website. That I do know for sure. But I figured, you know, just to kind of add a little bit extra to this video, we're going to be taking a look at this guy. So here is the box. Now, I don't know exactly what makes this version an exclusive over the standard release. I'm assuming this box here might be part of it. And there's a sticker there with the advanced released one. So the standard one is currently not available yet. Oh, this is a slipcover. I do like this though. That's pretty neat. Go ahead and set this off to the side here. And ooh, look at that. I don't know about you guys, but like I'm a sucker when it comes to like trooper armor. You know, clones, the First Order, stormtroopers. I mean, anything that's involving bad guys and armor. I'm just a sucker for it. And I'm sitting here thinking one of these days, it would be cool if I was able to get like my own set, you know, either custom made or somehow make it my own. But one of these days I'm going to have maybe a small collection of trooper armor, maybe one of each type. But here is the box. Then on the back side, and I really, really, really hope that we get some cool action scenes with these troopers. I mean, they better get something cool. I mean, the Death Troopers got some pretty cool action in Rogue One, so these guys better shine in this upcoming movie. That's all I have to say. Let's go ahead and continue with this. I mean, I know I said this was more of a haul video rather than unboxing, but I wanted to open this now because I won't be able to contain myself any longer. So here is the sleeve. Carefully. Oh my gosh. This red. I don't know if it's going to properly showcase the red that I'm seeing, because sometimes the camera will like pick up colors a bit differently. But oh my gosh, this guy looks freaking awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at his gun. Holy crap, look at that blaster. That is a really cool blaster. I want a replica of that now. And this is the other weapon that... Oh, this... Okay, I thought I broke it there for a second. This is the other weapon inside. Oh, that comes down. Okay, I'm just gonna like showcase him like really quick, and then we'll wrap up the video. But I just wanted you guys to see what I'm seeing. But there he is. That is the Hot Toys Sith Trooper. Got a lot of great detail. I am curious though, because I have actually one of the First Order troopers, and I hated the Hot Toys. I think it's Hot Toys, or whoever made the First Order troopers. What I liked about them is that they looked great, but what was terrible about them is the articulations. Like, they sucked when it comes to posing them. It was to the point where you had to remove the armor, remove the undersuit to get to a couple things to remove, and then when you put everything back on, he was able to be properly posed. I am curious. Oh my gosh, his arm actually bends. But the other one, like, you could barely move his arm, and that was like about it. But this guy could actually bend his arm completely, at least up until where the armor will hinder it, which is great. Head movements. Okay, articulation there, and leg movement. Yes! Articulation in the legs. Oh, thank God they fixed those issues. Yep, I am now satisfied with that. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about the haul video, and which Legacy Saber do you guys want me to review first? Do you guys want Darth Vader, Anakin Rey / Luke, or do you want Mace Windu? Let me know in the comment section down below. But like I said, this is a cool mug. So if you're looking for a souvenir, this is a great one if they don't have the beer flight. There's also another version. I forget what it's called. I think it's a non-alcohol version of the drink where it's got the, what's that bird called? The one where Chewie was trying to eat that annoying porg. I think that's what it was. They had like a cup where it's got like the porg on it. But anyways, like I said, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. As for me, I am going to go... Well, actually, I'm probably not going to go to bed yet. I'm going to mess around with the Sith Trooper first and just kind of like kind of get the blue milk out of my system, if you will. And until then, I'll see you guys later on with some more content.